Now we're all together. Thank you. All right, we are joined now by for now Bradley County Clerk Donna Simpson. I guess you got a little while now.
I do.
Made the announcement that she is retiring, not running again. What? You're too young for this. What's going on?
Thank you. I was hoping you'd say that.
Donna, congratulations.
Thank you, Steve. I'm very excited about it.
We've got her longtime spokeswoman, her sister,
Yes.
Melissa Woody is here.
I'm here, and I found Bridget out in the lobby. So I brought Bridget in here so you wouldn't talk about her.
Well, here's the thing, Melissa. As you told me off the air, that picture has more personality than she does in person. So
I did not say that.
Really,
You're so bad.
Not really a big difference.
That's my girl now. That's my girl.
Melissa, what do you make of your sister, this announcement?
Oh, my goodness. I am so proud of my sister. And she is going to rock retirement because I think we both would, but I have a little while to go.
See, now you know why I wanted her to come with me.
For those, boy, I tell you, boy, and you know this personally, all the new people we got in Cleveland and Bradley County from your position especially, but hey, for those who don't know, let's talk a little history here and talk to everybody how you got into this job and how this all started.
Yeah, well, I went to work in the county clerk's office in 1988, and wow. Yeah, those numbers that start with a 1 are a little startling.
Exactly.
Back in the 1900s, as Pastor Jordan would say at church.
But and longtime clerk Claude Clymer was the clerk then, and so I worked for Claude for 10 years, and he decided he was going to retire, and it just kind of was a great opportunity to be able to run. So I got elected in '98, and so we'll be finishing up my 7th term.
My goodness,
yeah.
And a lot of those terms have been unopposed, which truly is a compliment. I think in a lot of ways to an incumbent and to an office holder. And what has that meant to you to be unopposed so many times?
Oh, my goodness. It's meant everything to me.
A lot of financial savings,
yes.
too. Quite frankly.
It's meant a lot to Melissa.
Oh, my goodness. Because every time it comes up, I say, remember all those hot dogs and pancakes we ate that first year? Not that we didn't go on the trail, but oh, man.
The signs that, you put in and all that.
Yeah, you still kind of do all the things, but not quite as urgently.
We're joined by Donna Simpson, who has announced she is not going to seek re-election. Since 1998, and what do you take from it? What really stands out in as your time as our Bradley County Clerk?
Well, it's just been I have enjoyed it. I love people. I love talking, obviously, and it's just
we come from a long line of talkers.
Not as much as Melissa. No, let's be honest.
I have a great staff. There's always been a great staff in the county clerk's office. I think that we try to be friendly, try to be helpful, and still have to take your money. But that's the way it goes. But I've just enjoyed being there this whole time. And somebody said, "Is it just not fun anymore?" And I said, "Oh no, it's fun." But Rick has a 9-year head start on me in retirement, and I just thought it was time to be able to kind of do what I want to with him and go places and all of that.
We're joined by Donna Simpson, Melissa Woody, and what are some of the changes? Maybe a couple of the changes you've seen.
Oh my goodness!
Technologically, that sort of.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Technology is the change, because all of the things that we do now. When I first started, it was amazing. We had little individual title applications that you had to clip the carbon to go in between to make 4 copies and go file one and keep one and send one, and now you don't do any of that, and everything is scanned and everything goes directly onto the state motor vehicle system, and it's just amazing.
It just hit me, and I'm thinking of Xander, and has no clue what you do.
Trust me, I do.
No,
I call
she does
all the time.
Actually, she does directing weddings. But let's talk about just quickly. What does the Bradley County Clerk's Office do? I mean, I think of license plates. Number one. What else?
Well, we also issue business license. We take care of notaries. Notaries have to be elected by the county commission. So the county clerk's the clerk of the commission. So we handle the notaries. The beer board is tied into with the commission.
That's how Sandra knows you so well. It's the beer board.
There you go. There you go.
I am a notary too.
We do driver's license. We renew Tennessee driver's license. We issued the real ID. We had a real lot of fun doing that in April and May. And we
Passports.
we also do passports. We do marriage license. We, like I said, do the minutes for the county commission. We do birth certificates. We do fishing and hunting license.
I didn't realize
There's a lot going on in that side of the hallway.
Let me say this about my sister. So when you are elected as county clerk and you are mandated by the state to do certain things, well, the state also offers county clerks the opportunity to do these services, additional services to your citizens. And as county clerk, you can decide whether you want to do those or not.
Oh, wow.
So Donna could have decided not to mess with driver's license or real IDs. She could have decided not to do passports. She could have decided not to issue titles there from her office. But she decided to do all of that.
Wonderful.
So all of those services that could have been not offered to our citizens, Donna decided to go ahead and take that on so that our citizens would have those services here in her office right here locally. So anything that came through that was offered, she took it up. And so that's why I'm so proud of her, because she takes on a challenge, and she's not one of those elected officials that just says, I'm not going to mess with that. That's too much trouble. Nope, she goes to the trouble for our citizens.
Wow.
And I'm very, very proud of her for that.
Thank you, Melissa.
That's a great point. I didn't even know that. I don't think the average person realizes that. Donna Simpson, Melissa Woody, what's it been like, Melissa, being her sister, seeing it from your vantage point?
Well, being her sister's the best thing in the whole world. Lord, I'm going to start getting teared up.
Hey, she's got some time here, okay?
Being her sister is the best. The funny thing is, when we're out to lunch or whatever, and everybody's like, hey, I've got this car that got put back together and all this, funny stuff, that happens. But, everybody want Donna's phone number and all that good stuff. Yeah, but it's been great. I mean, she's just done such an amazing job, and I'm looking forward to her retiring, because right now Rick. See, we live right next door to each other.
Oh, that's right.
And right where we grew up. And so Rick right now cooks supper for us about every night. That we don't have meetings or something going on or choir practice or whatever. Rick's cooking supper. So now we're going to have two chefs out there. And then,
would you like to give us all your address? So we'll be there.
Yeah. Dewey Woody says he's retiring, so all three of them are going to be out there with their tea and their coffee going, have a nice day, Melissa. And I'm going to be driving down the driveway going, I can't stand them.
Sandra, you've been friends of theirs for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we're kind of kin. This is Miss is,
Yeah.
She's my niece's stepmom. So
that's Aunt Z right there.
That's right here. But no, I mean, Donna has been a lifesaver for me many, many times on cars, issues with my grandson, and the girls up there are amazing. And you do have a wonderful, wonderful staff, and they respect you and love and care about you all the time. I hear just over and over and over. But you have come through for me on questions about weddings,
You direct weddings as a side hustle.
And it's hard when you have to tell somebody that, I'm sorry, they can't legally marry you in the state of Tennessee. You got that license online when you were 14, and it does not work.
We have a lot of illegal marriages out there.
Yeah, I think what blows my mind about Donna is she's so knowledgeable. I mean, she doesn't skip a beat. You can call her about any of those things, and you have made yourself so knowledgeable about all these things you offer to us citizens. So, personally, thank you, girl.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
Sandra.
You're going to be missed. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sandra knows what it's like to want your sister to go around with you
That's
everywhere.
right.
She got lots of them.
That's right.
Donna, congratulations. Just a job well done. Anything you want to add here before we go?
I just appreciate the honor, Steve, of getting to be the county clerk in my own hometown. You know, I have been here forever, and I love Cleveland Bradley County, and it's just been a privilege to be able to serve Bradley County in this capacity. So who knows what'll be next?
That's right. That's right. Well,
Yeah.
there's plenty of time till then, so I'm sure we'll
Yes.
we'll talk more about it. But
Yes.
I wanted to have you in, especially your announcement last week, which, by the way, Melissa, my God in heaven, the reaction has been incredible. Hasn't it,
You
though?
know, she came down there to the chamber where I work, by the way.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So at lunch, she came down there and said, "Help me send this out," because she'd been writing on it, and so I pasted it into a Word doc, and we doctored it just a little bit, and so I was going to send it to you guys and to our friends over at the Cleveland Daily Banner, and as a joke. Because, we joke, and I put breaking news in the subject line.
I love it.
For you and Tim at the banner.
Senior, yeah.
And
Before we
we could get to the car, it was everywhere. And I was like, man.
Before we got to the car, no kidding, Dan Howell texted me and said, "I saw your announcement. Best wishes. You'll sure be missed." And I'm like, "Oh my Lord!"
I was like, I barely hit send on that thing.
I'll give you a little shop talk here, a little internal numbers. We had over 100,000 people see your announcement. Just on our social media.
You are kidding.
I know. But people love you.
Well,
I love them.
I will have to brag on her for just a minute. Several years, she's been the top vote getter in Bradley County.
There you go.
So many years. And so when she gets finished with this term, she'll have 38 years and 8 months. And, when people are probably like, Lord, how long's that girl retiring? Because it's going to be a year from this August, right? It's not this August, it's a year.
Yeah.
But when you're an elected official, you have to give people time because, somebody who runs, runs for her office will have to have, paperwork filed. They'll have to have time to do all of that. So she wanted to make sure that she gave ample
They'll
time.
have to raise money, won't they, Steve?
Well, we got to raise some money, and we'll be glad to take it from you. Here is, boy, I tell you, our mutual friend, Dr. Lindsay Hathcock, says, quote, Donna Simpson, of course, longtime Bradley County Commissioner back in the day. Donna Simpson, simply amazing service with integrity, and she truly cares.
Lindsay, so sweet.
Hey, Donna, congratulations.
Thank you,
And
Steve.
Like I said, we'll be talking before then, but we wanted to have you in.
And thank you, for all you do for all of us elected officials. How long have you been broadcasting the election? Forever.
98, actually, so your first election was my first election.
Okay,
That's
how
funny.
about that? Lord, how old were you?
Yeah.
12?
So, I was 19.
Really?
No kidding. Yeah.
I remember when they
Maybe
used to
20.
I remember when they used to stand you up on the table at the
Yeah.
March of Dimes telephone.
Yeah,
and make
yeah.
you sing.
Okay, wait a minute. I need to know more about that. I used to stand on tables, but that wasn't for more.
That was a whole other thing. I was Tom Rowland's dummy. He was a ventriloquist. No, Tom would put me on the table. You're exactly right.
Steve was about this high.
Oh, yeah. Sing another one, Steve.
But no kidding. We appreciate you so much. I appreciate you letting me come in here to talk whenever I need to.
Anytime.
And,
That's why we're here.
well, we appreciate
God
it.
bless
Thanks
you.
for
Donna.
letting me come talk too.
Always.
We just have you in for kicks.
It's more fun with Melissa. That's our
Oh my gosh.
Now,